Good afternoon, Lisa.
Good afternoon, Andrew.
With your new haircut.
Yes, it's all been shorn off again.
Flap it about. Good. There we go. They like that. Whilst you had your haircut,
Yes.
I have been editing like Billy-O, haven't I?
You have.
And so we are pleased to announce that episode 26 of Round the Archives
been released into the wild.
is now available on Soundcloud and
iPlayer?
Yeah.
Not
No,
iPlayer.
it's not an iPlayer yet. Oh, that'd be good. iTunes and
PlayerFM.
Yes.
That's where we got iPlayer from.
Oh, I'd love to be on iPlayer. Yeah, that'd be good. Means they were taking us seriously.
Yes.
But yeah, we did a decent recording session on Saturday with Warren.
We did, yes.
We recorded sort of links and things on Sunday.
Yesterday, yeah, because it's raining.
And then I've spent most of this morning editing. I started about, what was it, 9:30?
Yeah, might be a bit earlier than that.
And I didn't finish till gone 12,
No.
did I? So
Good few hours.
that was a fair bit of work, and I've just uploaded it a couple of hours ago, and it all seems to have worked. So there we are, most exciting. So what have we done for episode 26?
What we've done? We've done.
Well, you and Warren kick off, don't you?
We do. Warren and I talk about the ITV 1988 drama, or mini-series, as I referred to it at one point, Jack the Ripper.
That's the Michael Caine.
It's the Michael Caine one. Shouty Michael Caine.
Yes, I mean didn't we do a video about that a little while ago?
Yes, that was about accents, wasn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I made the joke that because it's season 3, we've got new production codes for when we make these episodes. So episode 26 has a production code of RTA026.
Yes.
Doesn't it? Which it says at the start, hopefully. But much like season 3 of Doctor Who, I immediately go on holiday, don't I? So I leave you and Warren to do it.
Yes, and you went on holiday from this sofa to that sofa over there.
Yeah, I just went about 4 foot away, didn't I?
if that.
Yes, I just gave you the recorder and let you get on with it, really. And I think that was a worthwhile exercise.
I haven't heard it back yet, so
no, I think it works
back.
really well. It's because again, you can tell that you and Warren get on. I mean, that's the thing about when we do our. You know, if I do something with you or with Warren or all three of us, but you've never really done a piece with Warren on your own. But I think it stands up just as well as any other combination. I thought it was interesting to try it. Because as I said, Frank there didn't have too much to say about the production anyway. So I thought I'd step back and, you know, with Warren's sort of interest in Jack the Ripper and yours as well, I just thought let you two get on with it.
And we tried as much as possible to be positive about it.
Yeah.
And it was quite difficult at times because there are quite a few faults in the drama.
But we're not here to slag things off. No.
So we tried to focus on the bits that we liked. And the thing that we mostly liked was Lewis Collins.
All right, okay.
Yeah. We thought Lewis Collins was the best thing in it.
Yeah.
Also, Ken Bones is very good as well, but we were immensely distracted by his wig.
But then you also talk about the Barry Foster footage as well, don't
Yes,
we?
and you joined him for that one, didn't you?
And I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed that a lot more, to be honest.
I found that the most interesting part of the disc, quite frankly. But yeah, you've got it on Blu-ray, haven't you? So it all looks very shiny.
Yes, it's all very nice.
But there, so that's the first thing. And then there's a total contrast, and I do want contrast.
Yes.
That I like to think people don't necessarily know
what's coming next.
Well, they will if they read the description.
They will, and also the
opening sketch. I'll talk about that in a minute. But if you hold the next thing up, we've had a look at Wacky Races,
and we also have all of the episodes on DVD.
Yes,
and we have the Wacky Races handbook, which gives you information about the cars and the people and the people that did the voices of the people, and also who
won what race and what position they came in, which was interesting. But yeah, it's a show I remember from my childhood, and it's one of those cartoons that I really, if it came on, I was pleased that was on rather than something else. I think I preferred it to Scooby-Doo, quite frankly.
Okay.
I know a lot of people are fond of Scooby-Doo, and by that I mean proper Scooby-Doo.
Yes, all right. Don't start about Scrappy-Doo. Let's not get into that now.
Yeah, but as you said, to open this episode, I did a sketch based on the narration
for the opening
of Wacky Races, which basically involved name checking virtually everybody that's
ever worked
on the podcast. And I apologise to everybody, but I think it was nice, and it's interesting. It worked out just about right. I don't think I really
had to jam anything in.
Sort of, there were just enough people to go round, and I managed to get it all in there. But I like the idea that I'm Dick Dastardly and Warren is Muttley and you're Penelope Pitstop.
Never had much time for Penelope Pitstop.
But I did have to do a couple of takes of that, so there are some outtakes of it right at the end.
One with an extremely loud Rose cat on it.
Because I just completely get it wrong, and I just put the microphone under Rose's nose so she could splutter into it instead.
She's really very loud.
I thought that was more interesting.
Yes.
But following that, Michael Seeley, one from his sort of... We've got a store of stuff from Michael.
Yes, Michael has been... Martin. Did you say Michael?
I probably said Michael Seeley, didn't I? Martin Holmes. Oh,
sorry.
I do apologise.
Sorry, Martin. And sorry, Michael. You know, if you want to do another article, you can.
Yeah,
so he's busy at the moment.
But Martin Holmes. That's the one. Dear, I've gone all embarrassed now.
He sent us a few articles, didn't he?
Yeah, and I've been able to sort of pick and choose for each episode,
depending on what else we've got in the episode. So it balances out quite nicely.
Yeah, because I'm already thinking about what we can do for 27, because we do have some stuff from Martin.
Yes,
and we have got another article in the can from somebody else, and they know who they are, but I won't say yet.
Yeah.
But again, it's because what that is a series that I don't really know. It sort of influences what we're going to do for 27, because Warren's made some interesting suggestions for what could go in 27, and I think I'd like to go with some of his suggestions, certainly, but more on that when we actually get on with
27.
Get on with it.
We've only just finished 26. I think we can have a few days break before we start on 27.
But Martin's done episode 1 of Star Cops. Yes. And again, it's a series I've not really seen since the original transmission.
And it's virtually impossible to get now.
Because as he said, it was on VHS, and there were DVDs, weren't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
But then it got deleted.
And so they're hideously
So it's immediately gone up hugely in price, much like Juliet Bravo.
Yeah. So we've made no attempt to track it down, really. But it was interesting to... And let's admit that the episodes may be available on YouTube.
I expect they are.
Yeah, but it was interesting to sort of revisit it without watching it. I haven't watched them.
No, I have never seen it.
Have you not?
I've never seen it because I didn't see it at the time because it's 87?
Yes, because I remember going to a convention in 1987 in Swindon, and Graham Harper was there.
Oh, he directed some.
And he directed them, and he was all excited about where the series could go next.
Bless Graham Harper. I love Graham Harper.
Could we go to Mars or something like that? And
they didn't get a second series.
And nothing happened, unfortunately.
Is that the slot they put it in, or the budget they gave it?
It was given a fairly decent budget. I mean, it looks all right, but it was just utterly killed by the scheduling.
Right.
Yeah, because it was on BBC Two at some silly time that sort of crossed over 2 shows.
Oh, right. So you had to miss both of the other things.
I think it was like sort of summer as well, so nobody really watched it, and they got hit by a strike, so they only made 9 episodes instead of the 10 they were planning to, or something. So, yeah. But
and David Calder is an interesting choice for lead, because he's a very good actor, David Calder, but I've never seen him in an actual lead role. He's usually a support role, because I primarily know him as he's Gemma Redgrave's father in Bramwell.
Oh, right, okay.
So he's not the lead, he's the support.
Yeah. And
he's very good. But so I would actually like to see some to see what he's like as the lead character.
It could be arranged, I'm sure.
Yes.
But anyway,
and of course, Big Finish are now doing audio releases of Star Cops with David Calder, Jim, and some other people. But
to finish off, episode 26,
so
we done an episode of. All right.
Well, look a bit neater.
Yeah, okay.
The Rivals of Sherlock Holmes.
And that led to another outtake, didn't it?
Yes.
As we tried to do the introduction.
We tried to do an over-the-top introduction and got it wrong.
Yes, but quickly explain what that is in case people don't know.
I've explained on
in the
episode.
article.
You should listen to the episode.
So yeah,
it's an anthology series.
We cover the case of the Dixon
Torpedo, which is from November 1971.
And the detective is
well, this is an interesting thing, you see.
Yeah.
The detective on the series is Jonathan Pryde.
Yeah, but in the book,
it's Martin Hewitt, who's played by Peter Barkworth. Now, we still don't know the reason, and as we said on the episode, if anybody knows the reason, please let us know, because we're quite interested to know now why they changed the detective.
Yeah.
Whether it was just because they had already had 2 Martin Hewitt stories and they didn't want the other one, but they liked the story, so they invent a new detective. Because Jonathan Pryde isn't actually, because all of these detectives have been written about in about the same time that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was writing Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
So you get, like, for instance, Donald Pleasance plays Carnacki.
Yeah.
And he introduces this thing. He investigates the unknown and supernatural things,
ghosts
and whatever. And you've got,
ghosts,
and he's not on the
ghoulies.
front. Why is he not on the front? Robert Stevens is not on here, but he plays Max Carados, who's a blind detective, which leads to a very interesting story.
Yeah.
And then you've got Donald Sinden.
Yeah.
Well, there's Peter Barkworth. Peter Vaughan, who is wonderful.
Yeah.
He's in 2 stories. His characters are Horace Dorrington, and he's a bit of a rogue. Simon Kahn, played by Roy Dotrice. That's a really good story. I'm not going to spoil the little twist in it, but you should watch it because it's extremely odd.
Oh, yes. I did boggle a bit when I first saw it. I went, what?
And Dr. Fosdyke, who's played by Thorndyke, sorry.
Dr. Thorndyke.
Who's played by John Neville and later on by somebody else. I can't remember who it is. It's in series 2. And there's a second series. The second series has got Derek Jacobi, John Thor.
Yeah. Because Catherine Shell's
in
Catherine
that
Shell's
one.
in
the John
we
Thor
talked
one.
to her about it briefly.
With Philip Maddock.
Yeah.
And Douglas Wilmer's in one.
Yeah. But we chose this one
because Jacqueline Pearce is in it.
Yeah, briefly.
Briefly, and because she's recently died, we wanted to look something a little bit different.
Yeah.
We didn't necessarily want to do Blake Seven or 2 Doctors.
Yeah.
And she's in a lot of things in the 70s.
Yeah.
And I did briefly think about maybe we could do her in the Russell T Davies film, whichever one, because she's in 2.
Yeah.
But they've been deleted and you can't get them very easily. You can get them, but they're very expensive. Russell, if you're watching this, get them to release them again.
You chat to him.
I've chatted into him on Instagram. Yeah, I complimented him and he said thank you. That's as far as it went. It's not like a full blown conversation. I like his pictures because he does pictures. He's got a standee of himself for some reason.
He moves it about the house.
or
freak people out.
Or he puts it behind him and does the sort of looking over his shoulder thing. I think he gets bored or he tries not to write.
He really should do something else, shouldn't he?
Well, he should be doing his writing, which is what he's probably supposed to be doing, but
he'd rather play with his
standee. So. But anyway, so yeah, and this actual particular episode has got also Derek Francis in it.
Yes.
It's got James Bolam in it, and it's got Bill Wallace in it. We have to think about that because if you listen to the article, you'll realise what we call them in there.
Yeah, don't
and it's not by them. It's not by their actual proper names, or even the names of the characters in the series. So those are completely different characters they've played in other series.
Well, that's who they are to me.
Yeah, and it's a really good episode. It's an interesting episode. So
there you go.
And it is available from Network. You can get it in one complete box set now, so you don't get what's happened with Series 2.
I like that cover as well, because I took a photo, zoom in a bit, just on the top 3 pictures or whatever, because I remember putting that up on Twitter once and saying, which of these early Doctor Who's do you remember?
That's the bottom ones.
Because they do just look like old Doctor Who's, don't they?
So. And the Donald Sinden one has also got Michael Bates in it, and it's like
they're trying to out-act
who
each
can
other.
out-act each other, yes. And they're dreadful old hams, the pair of them.
Okay. But there you go. Episode 26 of Around the Archives.
It's available.
And I'm quite pleased with it.
Yes. So I haven't heard it all the way through yet.
You better get on with hearing it then, don't you?
Well, I've got to get the time first.
I know. But yeah, a good 2 hours of more material.
Yes. And here's to episode 27.
Yeah.
We already know at least 2 of the things that are going on though.
Okay, we shall say no more at the moment.
Yes.
But say ta-ra for the moment. Say
Okay,
bye-bye.
bye-bye.